Welcome to the Revival TV. I am your host, Brother Njabulo Gumede. Today on studio, I've been joined by uXoliswa Mchunu, a social worker by profession. So, siyabonga sekwamukela with Revival TV. Unjani ke sisi?
Thank you, ngiyaphila. Ngiyabonga for welcoming me, Njabulo, ngiyaphila.
I know, siyabonga kakhulu. But futhi again, namhlanje we'll be discussing more of social issues that impact the community lesihlala kuyona. So ke sisi ke masiqala ke siyaphambili. Ngicela ke ukubuza. Current time that esiphila kuyona, we are living in times that are so difficult in terms of growing up, developing ubuntwana, and abuse akhona. Mhlawumbe masingakhuluma nje kafushane, what types or what forms of abuse that children are so vulnerable and exposed to as njengoba siphila sihlala emphakathini esihlala kuona, okanye mhlawumbe nawe ngawasho owakhula exposed kuwe usumdala, you zoom in with no, I was exposed to such and this and this and that. So mhlawumbe kafushane, if you can zoom in ukuthi what are the forms of abuse that we are exposed to, noma we were exposed to mhlawumbe due to decade ngokushintsha kwekhathi, and imaphi amanye akhona that we are not knowing of what akhona or exist.
I'll just currently there is just a lot that is happening, and there is a lot of abuses that are happening around that are affecting our social life. But there is a lot of them. I'll just mention a few.
Yes.
Sexual abuse is one, and it's trending of late. Oh. We've got emotional abuse.
Wow.
We've got physical abuse. We've got
ukshaya,
it's social, it's emotional, and then so
imake ngisacela ukubuza kancane, so uma ukhuluma ngo-emotional abuse, like how do I abuse you emotionally? Mhlawumbe indlela engikhuluma ngayo or yini?
Yes, indlela okhuluma ngayo, and indlela mina nawe siyakhuluma ufika wangenza kabi ezoNjabulo, ufika wangiqaphela sengiyasho ukuthi mina Njabulo angithandi ukuthi ungiqaphelile, and then busuthi wena ukungiqaphela kwakho did not show respect to mina, but then wenzothi but wenze kabi. That is abuse. You didn't have to ngaphela mina ukuthi ngisho kabi futhi uthe Xoliswa wenza 1 or 2 or 3 engawuthandanga. That is emotional abuse. Weba umuntu ekutshela ukuthi yazi ubuleka kabi, yazi waze wami emotional because it
iyangixaka ama emotion, it's so emotional. But umuntu mayisemsebenzini, wherever we work noma wherever we are, mhlambe sesitolo, sisemphakathini, sisemsebenzini kakhulukazi emsebenzini, where we almost spend our most time there.
At work, yes.
Indlela okhuluma emsebenzini ayikho right, but do I have that right to go and report to my supervisor? I know sibanibani uyang abuser emotional, mhlambe the way ang addressa ngakhona, the way akhuluma ngami, istaff singilalele. So iyangithinta leka emotional, because even nasesontweni sometimes kunabazalwane bangakhulumi kahle, kuthothi umunye uyalimala ngenxa ukuthi umzalwane uzoba I'm sorry vele ayithulela I decide ukuthula nje altogether. So can we zoom in there, because we see exposed kakhulu emsebenzini.
Emotional abuse.
Yes.
Even in workplaces kubalekile if umuntu abuse khona ukuthi nithi manikhuluma just general kwenzeke iphutha, and then ngisho sengisho into ezokuphatha kabi, ngirealize ukuthi ngiphatha kabi. In some cases uthola ukuthi ngizokusho nginganaki okusho ngamasibomi ngisho ngiphindelela ngithi yasilentemphi
ngiyamgcona noma ngiyadlalisa
ngoba ngiyadlalisa, more especially if say mhlambe nginekhanda elikhulu mose leli khanda elikhulu. That is emotional abuse. Ikhanda elikhulu nginalo, and it's not ukuthi it's something engikhethela ukuthi ngibe nekhanda elikhulu, but the mere fact ukuthi lento nekhanda elikhulu le ingithinta mina kuma emotions wami kungiphatha kabi, because if sithi emotional abuse into ethinta ama emotions wakho nama
feelings omuntu as a person
uyibone ngaphandle.
So singasho ukuthi le abuse le emotional iyona le ekhoza ama fights, iyona ekhoza ama threat ukuthi ade wangiqala vele, because bese ngithule isikhathi eside in regards to ukuthi ngibize ukuthi ngimubi, nginekhanda elikhulu, angilaleli, ngiyaphapha. So kahle kahle uyamhlukumeza umuntu okhuluma kanjalo. Should we have to mind our own?
You have to mind your language. Ngithi mina in most cases, and with myself kakhulu, mindset is everything.
Yes.
You know, if ingqondo yakho i-channeleke right, into ozoyisho kumuntu izoba into constructive. If destructive ekhanda lakho vele
you are disturbed vele already.
Into destructive. So the time ngithi lentemphi le, if ekhanda lami ngicabangile ukuthi but lento izofika kanjani kunjabulo, and then
so imake uma sakhuluma ngayo ke le this kind of some sort of abuse I right for upbringing yomntwana because iyona kakhulu esingasho ukuthi yamthinta umntwana because ekhuleni kwethu ama values and morals alele kakhulu la ku social ukuthi ukhuliswe kanjani mhlawumbe nalokho has a contribution towards I social.
Emotional abuse if affect umntwana, affect umuntu omdala, affect ugogo, affect everyone. Sometimes into umuntu omunye umuntu uthi at a later stages most izinto esikhathi esiningi ezenzeka at a younger age kumuntu. If useseyingane they don't really affect you. But as you grow you realize ukuthi yes, mina at home, we've got 6 children, you are a father, you've got 6 children. But kona le 4, lo hlozo uthi, hey, nina ingane. Yazawuzwa wena, univeza ndlebe. The time ingane ikhula with that, uzohlezi ethi, ekhaya mina hlezi kuthiwa ngiveza ndlebe. Ekhaya mina hlezi ngithethiswa ngoba.
Ngithatha notice basically.
And then bese bakuthiwa intombazane yami, mfana
within the very same scene.
Within the very same family. And when umuntu ekhula
isolate-eka yena ekhaya.
And so uma esekhula even nabantu akazo engage nabo in life uzoba treat ngendlela ngicorrect because unokuthi mina I was exposed kwinto kanje so vele
okay. So umntwana engaba umntwana ongekho right esikoleni angaperformi kahle okanye abe bully because of emotional abuse kuyo wherever akhona mhlawumbe ekhaya esikoleni wherever.
Yes, umuntu ngoba ngisho ukuthi if into ithinta ama emotions wakho nama feelings wakho kuye engqondweni kakhulu more especially abantu besilisa abantwana abancane besilisa into umuntu omncane intombazana ave eshesha ukukhala the time
umuntu oseduzane nenyembezi
ekhala thina ama emotions wethu siwadedela ngokukhala if ukuthi angikho right isikhathi esiningi ngizokhala but a boy ngisho ngangaba right uthi
right
the time this thing is building it's boiling and lapho kungapasta khona ungapasta even after 10 years.
Okay, mase pastor mhlambe engaphakamisa isandla because
engaphakamisa isandla because lento le isibuild
enye physical abuse le
the time angithi yabona manje kuhlangana emotional abuse isizo cause
ingakho ngisho ama emotions uma singawakhandi kahle
kubalekile ukuthi ube friendly ube in touch with ama emotion uwabhekisisa abalekile ama emotions kumuntu abalekile ama feelings omuntu ngiyangithi mina ama feelings or indlela ofila ngayo ngaphakathi kuwe it comes out kuma actions wakho lokho oyikho ngaphakathi
ilokho okuvuleleka kubantu
ukuvela ukuthi
that's so interesting yes. Ingakho nje sinenkinga yabantu kanti ngenxa ukuthi ingaphakathi labo
indaba ingaphakathi
icabanga ngani so imake le abuse le yakwa socially because se abusana even on Facebook wherever ama platform or social media la sihlala khona uthi umuntu comment yakhe ayimcabangisi kahle umunye umuntu noma indlela aphendule ngayo because ngikholelwa ukuthi mina I social media yezinye zezindlela zokuxhumana nokuhlangana nabantu ade bagcina ama former friends schoolmates amadala so indawo yethu kuhlangana so umuntu uthi ade ngagcina namanje usayisidudla yabona awade ngagcina usanje yabo so nalokho you abusing that person publicly.
Yes. What do they call cyberbullying? Yes, that is cyberbullying.
Okay.
Whereby we abuse each other on social media. Social media is good and social media is bad.
So in a impact
a huge impact because you find that you're just gonna upload your nice picture. You think it's just your nice picture on Facebook.
You capture that moment.
And then one person will realize how okay. And then
this is the best of you can.
Manje they take your picture, but when some meme, if Ustudha was a person, if Amsutanga was a person, it's something that I did out of.
That's an abuse and insult.
That is an abuse because the time Usu show isicisami, kuzongiphatha gabi. It's gonna hurt me, and the timing I will lose self-confidence. Angenge ngibe right. Angeke ngibe
Okay,
that is
now
abuse.
now you are getting me somewhere.
Yes.
Mawusakhuluma ngokuthi umuntu uyaba ne self esteem.
Low self-esteem, yes.
So still the same ike sakhuluma ngayo I abuse layer ka social. So iyatheleleka kakhulu la ukuthi it can be noma can I ask you a question ukuthi does alcohol and drug abuse is the impact noma yenza kanjani ukuthi umuntu agcine sephuza kakhulu because of abused emotionally, abused physically. Because maybe that's where I find peace. That's where I find my well-being.
Yes.
Alcohol doesn't give me stress as much as abantu or exposing myself to. So does it have impact in my alcohol or say
Alcohol does have an impact.
In alcohol drug abuse.
In normal case, alcohol and drug abuse does have an impact. Esuke ikhozwe ama abuse umuntu asuke hlangabezana nathi, could be emotional or sexual or physical. Because the time uthatha ama drugs, they do something on your body system. Specifically, I'll just focus on utshwala.
Yes.
You know, if someone has drank alcohol, it does something on their system. You feel good. You loosen up.
Yes.
It's like, you know,
you're into it. Yeah.
Vibe.
Yes.
So abantu, they want to escape from irreality. If umuntu wants to escape from irreality, this is the current. I'm just going to make an example. I'm dating Njabulo, and Njabulo is always abusing me physically.
Yes.
But I love Njabulo. For me to forget ama scenarios enginawo ekhanda lami enginawo phansi kwami, I'm gonna go take alcohol. I'm gonna drink alcohol. Alcohol will make me forget.
Because you love the person. The problem is the person is not good.
Even though the person is not good, but I don't simple. That's what happens in most cases now. Uthola ukuthi umuntu is abused kodwa ngoba ethi but angengikwazi.
I cannot go from a closet and disclose into kanjani ukuthi sibambani yang abuse.
Ukuthi okunyeke umuntu ufuna izinto ezi luxury, ufuna
into ephuthumayo, into enhle.
Ngifuna ama weave, ngidinga provide.
Those things are so expensive, by the way.
Angithi yabona ke,
Yes.
ngine standard that I need to meet. If I have a standard.
But how can you meet the standards? Hence you are not affording the standard.
That's why Njabulo is with me. That's why ngizogcina Njabulo.
So I'm with you for the sake of your needs. Even if I engage myself with you in a relationship.
That's why abantu bagcine behlale kuma relationships are abusive because bafuna izinto eziphathekayo, and then omunye ethi abantu bazothini. Some of the people bahlala in marriages are abusive ngoba ethi I can't. What will people say? What will my friends say? What will the church say? Because people are so judgmental. People are very judgmental.
Of our days, yes.
So there's just a lot, and uthola ukuthi sekuzoqhamuka ngomuntu kuthiwa usebulaliwe or umuntu usebulele aqale kubulaleni.
And some family members know ukuthi this one is so abusive, but bathule bahlezi phezu kwayo abafuna ukuyikhuluma. As a result abantwana bayalimala. Even that's an abuse to kids.
Exactly.
So you are abusing them.
You are abusing the kids. Athi umuntu omdala kuyabekezelwa, kuyahlala uyabekezela.
But not knowing what you are abusing the kids in the family.
They see what mommy and dad is always fighting every day.
This is how relationship are. Because at the end of the day, if umama and baba, they are always fighting. If you are a man, this is how you relate to a woman.
Exactly. And then when you grow, uzoba nokuthi vele, this is how a man. Yes.
Because those abantu bekhuluma even naselokishini ukuthi inkomo iyashaywa ubisi lwayo uyabona
kuba ngathi norm of which akwazi kuba inorm. Sothi umuntu ekhule ingane ebuka le relationship between wakhe nobaba wakhe, and then as time goes by as naye akhula agcina that okay vele shuthi ke indlela ekufanele ngenze ngayo izinto indlela right, of which is wrong.
Should akukho right?
Akukho right. No, akukho right. Any form of abuse is not good. Any form of abuse ayivumelekile.
Ayivumelekile. So What I'm concerned about because it's ngabantu be society, and these things are happening there on the ground within the society. Like siyamazi baba kamakhelwane, that is bully. Even if ingane zadlala estradini ibhola lingene kwakho uthatha ibhola likwaze ngomese. That kind of act, it shows us ukuthi hey should lo baba kangeneki, how much more ingane akahlala nazo. So in such cases, because we are from Katsi sikhulele khona, such thing has been exposed to. So njengamanje ke looking at isikhathi esiphila kuso, any mechanism that can work, because abantwana abaningi ba exposed to this life, but how are they gonna be able to fix their life from izinto aba exposed kuzo as within bahlala kwi society, right? So these things are ziyaba affect but not knowing, but at a later stage with the behavior it would simply shows ukuthi oh yaqala lapho. So yini mhlawumbe indlela esingenza ngayo siba incubate kahle, sibafundise kahle, sibadoctrinalize impilo elahle nama values okuphila. Yiphi mhlawumbe I mechanism ocabanga ukuthi ingasisebenzela fighting these forms of abuse, so that I society izokhula for next generation won't be exposed
much on this.
Yes.
I think ufuneke si focus more on isosiento or umsusa wento.
Yes.
I'll mention Tina as Africans.
Yes.
We as African kudala ngekhathi zobaba omkhulu.
Yes.
Ngangabi bikho that time, but
Nomama wakho nobaba bengakahlangani.
Africans, they were known for ubuntu.
Yes. Spirit of Ubuntu across Africa boards.
Across African boards, and once kwabuya the spirit of Ubuntu kumuntu, then we will go somewhere as Isizama Africa, as the whole nation. Because if umuntu enobuntu,
yes,
kuzoqala ekhaya ubuntu bakhe. Ingane uzoyifundisa ukuthi uma ivuka ekseni idlula napha sethi sawubona baba. Uma kungena eminyango sawubona. Irespect ibalulekile. Kufuneka uqale ekhaya. Angeke uze uqale esikoleni, angeke uze uqale emsebenzini. Kuzoqala ekhaya lapho umuntu akaspenda khona isikhathi ekhule.
Ekhuliswa khona.
Uyibona ekhaya. Lokho sokubona ngaphandle.
Ama results.
Impilo nje ukuthi okay, shuthi lo ukhule ekhaya because isikhathi singivele kuthiwa uma uthi umuntu oright kuthiwa hayi uNjabulo can see ukuthi
ukhule right.
If uthi umuntu
ongaqondakala
I know ikhala kubo. So I would say it should start from our families, should start from ekhaya whereby abantu bazofuna ukugruma ingane zabo ngobuntu. Uthando lento, uthando labantu luzozenzakalele if to instill ubuntu. Ubuntu kufuna irespect. Kufuna ukuthi umazi. Ngiyangithi mina you don't owe anyone ukuthi umthande, but you owe everyone ukuthi umrespect. You owe it to everyone ukuthi urespect. Nawe ufuna ukuyihloniphe khona uzokwazi
ukuhlonipha abanye umuntu. Yes.
Lokho ukuthi uzomthanda ngeke vele, it's not like you owe anyone.
Abantu uzothi ngimpiwe. So what do you do to catch like that?
Ngiphiwe but khuluma kahle nami.
Give me honor, yes.
Exactly, because if noma ngangiphiwa but uma uzokhuluma kahle nami, if uzo engage mina now ungitshengisa ukuthi you respect me, nami ngizoba right ngawo, and then sizoba society right. You don't have to love me, but ngathi to start with my families.
Okay.
Families.
Speaking of our families,
yes.
We have this problem, noma we find ourselves under this circumstance lapha kwi parenting noma lapha kwi family uthola abanye abantu bakhuliswa ama single parents. It's either umama noma ubaba. In that case uthola ama parents wakhe ashona in a car accident, sekhulisa kogogo noma sekhula ko auntie. So le yokucontrola ubuntu uthola umntwana uzongena la irrespect has no value khona. So into kanjalo so ngifuna ukuyibukisisa kanjalo or zoom in ukuthi as much as we will say sifuna ukukhulisa abantwana with a good respect, but let us bear in mind ukuthi the very same families alimala kudala athothi mama nobaba bakwi separation umntwana uyakhula, and then that picture itself it shows ukuthi lo mntwana upbringing yakhe is in a challenge, or it can depend ukuthi mhlambe umzali disadvantage noma unfortunate ukuthi akabi nayo izinsiza zokuthi ingane ayikhulise endaweni right. So into kanjalo looking at our families wona anayo any contribution in terms of bringing umntwana, because nayo ane contribution enkulu.
Ane contribution enkulu ama families, that way lapho i-community khona isizongena khona. Angithi the time if family is dysfunctional you're not a loner. If uhlala kanye nabantu ni community, umakhelwane noma engeke zazi ukuthi what is really happening
Yes.
to my neighbor's house, but you do have that one person, you do have that makhelwane who like as makhelwane, this is what is happening kwami. So umakhelwane usezokhona ukusiza because umuntu sometimes usenkingeni akaboni usenkingeni, and then but the next person or else a friend or any trusted individual, that's why ngithi mina it's very important to have a confidant. A confidant, it's someone, not ukuthi umuntu who's going to give you a guideline on how to live your life, but
or a mentor, so
say. Yes, a mentor, umuntu ozothi uma uthi face whatever that face
and you have to take decision.
And then you have to take this ozothi. Okay,
yes.
What is it that you want? What is it that you think is going to be good for you? It's going to be good for your family. It's going to be good for your kids. It's very important to have that person because you find abantu committing suicide because of imicabango abanayo emakhanda. Because once imicabango yakho yahlangana from upbringing or from inkinga obhekane nazo, then you're not sharing them with anyone. But if in Ngondozu too, you can share those things, you can talk, and then make some sense out of it.
Okay, so interesting because
so it goes back to Guti. We have to instill. You have to bring back lento Guti siumpagat. Lento Guti indaba zakameza. Yes, you will not talk about issues asemzini wakho with everyone in the community, but have that one friend, have that one confidant, have if you want to go to a professional, you do have social workers. I'm a social worker by profession, and by the way, you do have a psychologist. Have someone that you will talk to if you see.
But speaking, now bantu khuluma ngabo ama professionals lawo, abanye babo abakusizi at a free cost, so you won't have imali.
Good thing you just said abanye babo. We have Department of Social Development. If you go to DSD office, they're not going to ask for imali because it's service rendered by a department. So when they get paid by department or not unless you want to go to a private one. You can go to Konabe Fundisi out there.
They can counsel a person.
They can counsel a person. We've got elders in our churches if you're a church person. If you're not a church person, you can go to anyone that you trust. Anyone that you trust.
But in the society that we are living in currently, kunzima ukuthemba abantu because omunye umuntu uzomthemba ngendaba yakho that is so private and confidential. Uyizwe sikhulunywe lokishini. So sengisho ukuthi ezinye izinto uyasaba ukuzikhuluma ngenxa yokuthi understanding the society ukuthi no, I'd rather die with this thing.
That's why ngithi if you have that problem, then if you don't trust anyone, go to a professional. No, if you don't trust your makhelwane, go to a professional someone. If a person is professional, they're not allowed to disclose information. That person can lose umsebenzi and So just go to a professional. If you want to even a church, I don't trust anyone, just go to a professional person.
So nakhona it's can happen ukuthi no muntu naye is not too sure what is the problem basically, because you cannot say I'm not sure, I don't know whom I'm going to trust. I understand now what is happening. So singasho ukuthi umuntu naye need to find indawo la akuyo ama strength nama abilities akhe ukuthi no, mina ngi strong la ngi weak la. Should singasho ukuthi you have to identify yourself.
You have to identify. It's very important to identify yourself, but sometimes if we are facing a lot of things, you end up not knowing who you are. You end up losing yourself because it's kind people are doing these cruel things. They are killing other people because they have lost a connection with themselves. So
they have no peace within themselves.
But kokunye, it's okunye usiza omunye umuntu ukuthi uyibona ukuthi hawu kanti mina ngubani. Thola ukuthi omunye usethi vele mina angithandwa, vele mina ngeke ngibe la
anginabazali,
lekuthiwa ngeke ngibe yilutho, anginabazali. And then if uzo enkhona sometimes kugeke kube khona ama talk shows and ama conference, ama concerts, more especially emabandleni, they do invite abantu abazofika bezo uplift youth, abazo uplift abazalwane. Those talks they free. You can go to any of ibandla, any of ama conference uyolalela. Uthola ukuthi yazi if ujwayele ukuengage, you find ukuthi yazi khona someone else who was facing the very same problem that you had,
yes.
but you were just not aware. And then if you told this is how this person has dealt with this issue, and they'll be like, wow, okay.
Exactly.
So it's very important to engage. Ungavisane kodwa umuntu ngeke ithi umuntu manje stress or in depression,
yes.
Face a lot. Everything just goes down. It goes back to
ingqondo iyashata.
Associates wako. It's very important to take note of the people that you decide to associate yourself with, because
that is so deep, okay?
It's very important to check associates wako, because associates wako are those people who take show brazo. You know the show brazo scheme sam. You know labo bantu labo ongadingi formality ukuze ubatshela. Scheme sakho you know ukuthi mawuthas now 50 rand njengamanje. Awukho 50 rand mfethu awungizami. There is no formality. Lo muntu lo will always be true to ngama feelings
yes.
ngama emotions ngendlela akacabanga ngayo. So check associates wako, make sure you associate yourself with abantu abazokuuplifta, with abantu abazokwenza ukuthi wenze into eziconstructive.
Okay, speaking of associates now, I'm so touched ngokuthi kwesinye isikhathi you find people failing, but this guy is having a potential, but due to abantu that is exposed to, and then it's automatically failing because of associate. So singathini as a guide or sibuka nosilalele into ezomsiza ukuthi na, how am I going to choose my friends? Are they constructive? They're not building me. They're not provoking me towards the dream that I have. Sinenza kanjani, because we need to help young people out there.
Failure is very important, and not that failure is not a nice thing. Failing is not nice.
Yeah.
But failing always teaches you something.
Yeah.
If a person hasn't failed in his or her life, lo muntu uhlezi enenkinga because wazi ukuthi perfect yona.
Perfect. Uhlala we-comfort zone too much.
But into ebalekile ukuthi umuntu if esefailile uwenze njani after failure, because
yes.
after failure you go down, you're down on your knees, you have nothing, you don't know what to do. Then go back to yourself. What have I done wrong?
Find yourself.
Ask yourself, what have I done wrong, and what must I do ukuthi ngenze izinto zibe ngcono? If you do not know, go ask someone else.
Am I doing right?
Am I doing right?
If you are failing to do introspection,
self-introspection, yes. Go ask umuntu mfethu, I can see ukuthi wena usuphumelela. Abanye sometimes umuntu uba ne pride engafuni ukuthi you know what, angazi ukuthi ngenzani and angiyazi direction yami ukuthi ibheke bese ba ne pride engafuni ukubuza. Go to umuntu obona ukuthi ngathi usephumelele.
How did you make it?
Approach. How did you make it?
Yes.
Wenze kanjani? And uzoxoxela ukuthi okay,
it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, and else if ungafuna ukukhuluma Google has everything, you know, yonke into.
It's there.
Check on Google how to be successful. And you
okay, but I think most ukukhuluma kanjalo umuntu ufuneka know ama-strengths nama-abilities akhe, because you cannot search it but irrelevant kuwena.
Yeah, no, you can't search it, but bese ngisho ukuthi if ukuthi nje awunayo sure, you can always talk to people, you can always read books. There are books incwadi, they're not that expensive. Khona incwadi ukuthi mhlambe zidayisa kuma bookshops, yes. Sometimes SPCA, because my SPCA so incwadi lezi esisebenza so sebedayisa ngo5 rand, and then if you page through those books like how yazi lento lena information about
you have a lesson out of this book.
Exactly. Book paper, newspaper, Zululand Observer, you can get it Zululand
Snippet watch, yeah, free papers.
Is khona that article eyodwa ezoba positive and engakusiza nawo positively.
Or should we need to expose ourselves in a good environment?
Exactly. Even on social media, I like following on my pages. On social media, on Facebook, khona my page owazi ukuthi lawa azokusiza. Khona nje, this is my favorite one. It's the Queen Code page.
Yes.
I
is
think
it for females only, or
you can also, but it's
more uplifting females.
More females.
So it can give me scope to how do I handle my own.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So it's very important. Even on social media, isn't there follow people that you listen to, the music that you listen to.
Yes. It has a value.
It does something. The music is zama ukuthi expose or uthole ukuthi iziphi izinto ezi-constructive ongayibandakanya kuzona.
So thank you. Sisakhuluma nga as we about to wrap up. So ngicela unginikeze izinto or else things that you believe in or ama programs that might help our society. Current time that we are living in, nama attacks, people are against each other, women abuse. So ngifuna ukwazi nabo gender based. Ngisho ukuthi as a person, what do you think might help the community? Because we are struggling. We are not good when it comes to that. So yini izinto ezingasinceda noma yini ocabanga ukuthi it can help out each one mhlawumbe emasontweni, emsebenzini, abomakhelwane, even the ward itself, even sithola isikhathi sokuba nomhlangano with our councillors. What is it that we can share to people as ama programs that might help the society that we are currently living in as we are about to wrap up?
I'll just start with the most, the recent one, the gender-based violence.
Yes.
Gender-based violence or gender-based abuse. Ayikali manje. Kade yaqala ukuthi every time if sekukhona kwenzakalile okukhulu and then people start talking about it, and then after a week or
it's
so,
done, nothing is happening.
Nothing has happened.
No resolution.
If sekwenzakalile, people are tweeting, people are posting statuses on WhatsApp, people are posting on Facebook, and then 2 months down, futhi not even 2 months,
a week, 3 days or so.
3 days or so, and then now it's
no actions.
Let's go back to Ubuntu. Let's go back to our roots. Let's go back. Ektenini, oh Baba, they must teach men. They must teach boys from young boys.
It's a young age.
This is a woman. This is how a woman is treated. A young boy, you only see how a woman is treated by intenzo Baba gumama. Because these boys, of late, I don't know. Maybe I even think that maybe as women, the easy contributory factor, not that nobody owns you and akekho umuntu one right of abusing you, but the music that they sing, I'm not into hip hop music and I don't like it most of the time.
Yes.
Because these guys, they singing music, the guys that we call men, they calling us with the B words.
Yes.
They calling us H words.
Yes.
No, sorry.
No, yeah, I do understand.
Us with
such music our kids are exposed to.
And we women, we dance to that music. We dance for it. We are half naked on those music videos.
Yeah, you're exposing.
We are happy. What is it that are we saying to these guys? Are they gonna respect us?
Nope.
Because they're calling us this. Are these positive words? Are these constructive words?
We still need to change our music.
Not necessarily the music, but the mentality. Because it's like we've accepted that, okay, this is how things are. This is how it should be. This is society. But as much as we society, you can still sing umculo, so enjoy, so dance. In
our programs that we might
be half naked, without to by the B word, of which is not a good word. But Tina, women, we danced for that music. We see my happy.
So wherever we are exposed to, our programs need to have that honor of a woman.
The mentality. Once mentality yomuntu ingekho right. If when Njabulo right now you have to call me with that B word, I'll slap you.
Yes, the behavior.
Because you can't. That is total disrespect.
Insult, okay.
So it goes back to what we have to bring back a respect for each other, a respect for umuntu wesifazane, a respect for umuntu wesilisa. But then again, this is a two-way thing because some men that we're dealing with, they are badly raised.
Yes.
Because of my exposure that they've been exposed to in my career. They are badly raised because of abantu besifazane that they've met. Baba heta. Bese kuba ukuthi umuntu wesilisa uma ehethekile angeke azakhale. Angeke azakhale. They don't cry. The time uhethekile uhethwe uzama or uhethwe uzinhle uzofika xoliswa
having that attitude.
You didn't deal with lento that you went through.
Yes.
And then as isikhathi siqhubeka usuyabhasta usuyonza izinto ezingekho right. So to go back to your respect, akubuyele back ukuthi
The original root. Let us go back to the original intent.
Abathandazayo abefundise.
Abathandaza
They must
kakhulu.
pray harder, but ukuthandaza harder ibandla li empty will not help. Let's invite abantu bazogcwala. Let's invite abantu. Let's have
teach them.
sport activities. Let's have
Engage abantu abasha.
engage abantu abasha
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. As you're enlightening us, ukuthi, on our programs, we need to be positive in everything that we do. So thank you very much for joining us on studio, and we hope and we believe that abantu abalalele nabasizwayo, they will be impacted by this. So thank you very much for coming on studio, and thank you very much for everyone at home there. And please follow us, The Revival. We are there on YouTube. Every social media that we're there on Facebook, WhatsApp, we have a page even on Facebook. So please, people, follow us so that you can have more of our episodes. Thank you very much for coming us on
Thank
studio.
you.
We are very honored and blessed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy.
All right. What was I saying?